Welcome to Throwback Thursday. It is now about 90 degrees. It is 10 o'clock at night, and my son-in-law is mowing outside because it's the only time you can actually mow without having a heat stroke. Today I'm going to do a quick and easy sunburst, and I'm using paper that I have hoarded and hung on to since about 2008. So this is on Throwback Thursday is the day that I dive into my close to my heart stash, and I get my favorite paper packs out and I use close to my heart paper. And so today I went deep because I love 4th of July, and this was a perfect picture. So I found this layout. It is scrap lifted. I looked and looked for I took a picture. A lot of times I'll take pictures of the things I want to duplicate, and then I edited it, and I lost the name of the person that made this, but they had done this, and it's very similar to what they've done. And my challenge was to create a sunburst. Now there are lots of ways you can do this. There's the Allison Davidson has one, and she does it mathematically. I'm just not that kind of girl. I just wanted a very easy starburst, so I will show you how I did it. It's not perfect, but I like the effect of it, and I just don't care. So I'm going to show you how I made this layout. So I'm using Independence Day. It is an old paper from close to my heart. It's the lighter paper, when they had lighter paper, and I will show you. I think I will show you. Yes, I will show you. So when you are making a starburst, the first thing I did was I took my base paper, I gutted it, and this created a 10 by 10 piece of paper. And from that 10 by 10, then I created strips. So how big your strips are, how big you cut them, is how big you want them to be. So if you want them to be wider, I've seen them as big as 3. I cut these at 2 because I'm not going all the way around. I'm not going completely across. So I just went ahead and did that. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to probably recreate this layout again because I really like it. So the first thing I did was, this is we're going to do it with, so this is about the size. It's 9.5. And I'm going to go 9.5 by 2. And the next thing you want to do is you're going to go from corner to corner. It has to be smaller than 12 by 12 or it won't fit in your track. And see how I'm just lining that up from angle to angle, and I cut it, and that creates my little strips that I tuck in. The next thing that I did was I tuck them in how I liked them. Now there's a mathematical way that you can do it. The main thing I wanted was I wanted to make sure that one of these went from the corner, and then one of these went from the corner. I didn't even care if they're even. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all these down, and I'm going to tell you about, so this layout is, it is my great nephew. So it's my nephew's son, and he is got to be the cutest little fellow you've ever seen. I may be a little bit partial, but he has an absolute fascination with flags, and so he like they're there's all these pictures of him. So when I saw his my nephew last week, his mom gave me some pictures of him with flags, and I thought, oh, this is what I've saved this paper for so long, and I finally have the perfect layout for it. So I am just kind of holding these in place. I haven't even put the things down because I wanted to see how I kind of went through that process. I'm going to take this picture off. That's okay. And see how I just, there are other ways to do it. I'm going to make, so my goal is to, I'm going to kind of create, I love starbursts, but I am not the kind of person that's going to sit and measure and draw perfect lines, because I'm just not that kind of girl. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. So I just kind of eyeballed this, and then I'm going to put my picture back. So I gutted this this paper, and then this is 11 by 11, the base page, and I would have put it underneath, but I didn't want to put I didn't want to cover up We the People, so there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm placing this picture about 3.5 in. I don't want it to be perfectly square, but that looks good to me. And so I've seen Sunburst. I've seen them on the Cricut files, and you should be very proud of me. There is not one thing on this layout that is Cricut cut. It's very rare that I don't have something Crickety, but I didn't use any Cricut cuts this time. So now I have this, and I have all this. I'm going to just go ahead and lift this up. I'm going to put it in my paper cutter, and I'm going to trim off my edges. And I am so in love with this paper, I am not going to waste any of it. I am going to, all the paper that is on there, I'm going to save for little bitty letters. So that there we go. So I'm going to just, oops, that's my, okay, off those go, and I'm going to save those. I am going to create a second layout, a second page, because I have more than one picture of him with a flag. The cutest one, of course, is on this side. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to cut this again. This one does not want to cut, so I'm going to move it over here like this. And part of it is it's going to kind of hang over a little bit. Got to make sure things are in there in the track. I could use scissors, but I am not the world's straightest cutter. This is the cut blade. Only thing that doesn't come off, I can trim off with scissors. I think I have a pair of scissors here. And then I'm going to this side. So instead of taking me an hour to put my Sunburst down, this was literally several cuts and then I was done. It was the fastest way and the easiest way to do a Sunburst. So basically, if you can cut, I'm going to flip this over. So, and I can trim.